light on. Bam. Well, there we go. All right. Nope. I'll be right with you guys in a second. This. I have to steal the charger, babe. I guess I have to be online on this side. Cool. Let's grab another hat. YouTube, I'll be with you briefly. I'm setting up for this craft print challenge. I'm instructing folks tonight how to a DTF canvas. So, it will be quiet for a few moments as I am preparing to go live. I will talk about the stuff that I'm using tonight. So if you want to follow along, or if you're going to record this and watch this later, I'm going to tell you all the instructions, which you'll probably hear once again once I go live on the Craft Print channel on Instagram. We're using a canvas similar to the ones like you see up there on the back on that ledge. We're also going to be using assortment of colors, acrylic paints. It really doesn't matter. We'll be using KRISPY PRINTZ DT. And tonight's theme, it will be bows, as it is with the bow. So I actually will stamp one of these bows onto that canvas. Some other things that you can use, have another paint. Not even get into this one. And I got some assorted mediums. Mediums add texture and paint to the actual canvas. It gives it a little 3D dimension. Let me see if I can bring one up close real quick just so you guys can see. And I have one right here. Check it out. So that the actual glitter pink hearts is a medium. You see I got the paint on the background, and that's a DTF. So I'm actually just going to be doing it live tonight. And glad that you guys are here. If I don't get to your questions, I will try to come over here after we get off live and answer most of the questions. But I'm an instructor on the Craft Print channel, so I will not be able to come over there and directly ask questions or answer questions. So please forgive me if I'm not responding to over there on the screen. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Let me go grab a cap and some shoes so I can actually get into. Drop a comment where you. All right, y'all. It's almost time to go live. Here's a quick updated list of some things. I don't have my light on. I got my mediums. I got my paints right here. I got my that I'm using tonight. And of course, I got my KRISPY DTF prints. The theme tonight is bows. So, all right, y'all. It's almost time to go live. Quick.
Walked in one by one.
Oh, nope. Too bad YouTube don't allow no daggone music. I would be in here jamming. I mean, I guess if I had some like African instrumentals or something going on. Figure out where I'm gonna set this up at. This has to be comfortable as well. So I guess I wait and go, do I go to her channel?
You think differently from like what we're accustomed to thinking. So thank you, Shakia, for that.
Can't stay on there, y'all. Gotta go on live. That was shout out to Gifted Hands and Speak Inking 365. I was just on their channel actually, y'all. Just looking for this live link. I guess I can show some of the other DTFs that's on here. I did want to do bows, so I want to get realistic with the bows, and yes, there's some Hello Kitty on here. But check these bows out, y'all. Which y'all know it's the year of the bow. See that? Bam. 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 So I'm going to try to get all of these bows onto that long canvas over there. I might use the Hello Kitten on there. I'm not too sure. But yeah. So, where you guys watching from? And it's been a minute since your boy has actually went live. I don't know how long it's been. You know. So first of all, I do owe you guys an apology. I've been printing these. This is where I've been hiding. Printing these and working on my canvases in the back. I actually have a shoe show coming, March 22nd. Sneaker Mania, in which I had to design a couple of outfits, like this whole Hulk Hogan Sneaker Mania type design, which is super slick. We'll be showing a bunch from that show. And I might show some other thing doing this month, provided that I can actually put it on film. If you haven't tried my Crispy Prints out, check me out, crispyprint.shop. I not only do prints, I also do UVs as well. So if DTF prints ain't your thing, maybe you like to decorate glasses, candles, lighters, car decals, things of that nature. We got the most vibrant DTF UV prints too as well. I was trying to look for some. And it is a crafter's mess in here, y'all. It's because it's where this is where your boy be brainstorming. I turned one of my living rooms into a whole studio. Here goes a picture of some of the UVs. I don't have any other ones on here, but bam. Hey, hold on, I'm about to come on over there. I see a message. I see somebody tapped in. Once again, guys, I'm getting ready to go live on Instagram, but I wanted to record a YouTube page because I haven't given you guys that much content lately. So, let's see. Aloha, how are you doing? Long time no chat. Yes, been busy out here in these YouTube/Instagram streets, but I'm gonna get more, I guess, in tune with recording more because it's been a while. I kind of shied away from the camera for a minute, kind of focus on getting a couple of projects out, knocking a couple of things out, you know? It's been pretty hectic. So usually I would have my kids with me and they record my videos and stuff. Now it's all plug and play, and sometimes it's like I gotta edit this video. I don't know if I'm gonna put it out, so you guys just might be getting raw lives from here on out. And then of course I do have the membership lives. Those are scheduled lives. All right, let's see if she's on here. Here we go. Make sure you're following the craft print. If you're not, you can see these active prints.
This is actually for a shirt for my sister because she's obsessed with pickles.
Hey.
I think what I'm going to do is the two logos. Like I think that's my best. I think while we waited on you to come on in.
Alright.
Let me see if I could do the request. Hold on.
I gotta figure out how to set this up, y'all.
Bear with me, our lovelies. The request isn't here yet, Mike. Send the request and then I can accept it from here. Just got home?
Okay.
I think Friday is a very common live day, you know what I'm saying?
It is a very long. Here we are.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, you?
I am doing well. I did get YouTube up to work, so YouTube, actually on YouTube in this corner, you can't actually see it, but we're on YouTube.
I was gonna ask you going.
That I did.
Alright, so tell us a little about you, where we can find you, how we can support you, what you sell.
First off, my name is Mike Tees. Been in the craft industry for the last 6 years. You can find me everywhere on these YouTube streets and in the Instagram streets. I'll be lying, but you know, it is what it is. I do sell. Go ahead.
Instagram, your Mike Tees as well?
Yep. Mike Tees across all social media. The only difference is there might be like an underscore in between the names because, of course, people take other people's names. I've been doing direct-to-film printing for the last couple of years, but I'm all inclusive when it comes to the craft industry and the print industry. So I don't like to say I'm one thing or the other. I kind of go with the flow. HTV, yeah, screen printing, any type of print I am involved and I love doing.
I was never a fan of like printing, only because the layering with the HTV, but this here is another story.
What's wrong with the layering?
The weeding, the layering, it was just too much. Maybe because I started with paper, and even though that's a lot of layering too, I felt like it was just easier. So I stayed away from t-shirts for a very long time.
Oh, wow. Well, you're super creative, so I don't know why you was doing that.
This here, though, when I got the print, I told my sister, I'm like, okay, we're making our own t-shirts then. This is the case. Simple. I have a question for you.
Yes.
The print on the canvas, the handheld one would be the better heat press for that, right?
Yes. And you could stand up and try to use another press, but that would be kind of crazy. I always use my hand press, and what you'll find is you get more freedom with that hand press as you're pressing down. So that's why I do that.
I don't know where mine is, so.
Oh, you don't know where yours is at? Okay.
I think I gave it away because I had the old version, the first one, and then I wasn't using them at all. So usually, like after a while, when I'm trying to like declutter, I give it away to friends, and I think I gave it away.
Okay. Well, they can watch me press.
I'm gonna try to do it on the big one.
Okay.
I still want to do it. So I took out the HTV one.
Yep.
I'm gonna attempt to get it on there somehow.
So before we even get started, I'll tell you, you're not looking for it to actually be a permanent adhere with the heat to the canvas because you don't want to warp the canvas. You just want it to stick to the canvas. And if you can get that carrier up off of there, that's all that's needed, really. Because then it goes on the other layers, the mediums that I was telling you about, or the paints. And I have some examples. Can I show the example real quick? So they know what we're doing. All right.
This is new for me, so I'm learning.
It's for everyone. All right, so these are the actual prints, as you can see. I don't know if I need to turn the light on. I don't know if I can turn the light on.
Oh, we can see it.
Okay, so like I was saying to you, I pressed this actual DTF onto this canvas, but I didn't do it to where it was like a shirt or anything because this is going to be worn on the wall, not on the shirt.
Right.
For the next one, as you can see, I put a couple of DTFs here, but I used some of the mediums.
Like that.
Yeah, I used some of the mediums to actual, just make it stand out and look a little bit better.
That brick?
The brick pattern, I actually used the mediums that I showed you here, and I just drew in it. Hold on one second. This.
You did it by hand?
Yes.
Oh, shucks. I thought it was like a stencil or something.
You can use stencils, but I just use my hand, just like a putty knife, and I actually made the crosses in with, I'll show you my tools when we get back to the table, how I was able to do that. But here's another example. Another one. I know y'all see a lot of Jordans of LeBron James. I have a shoe show that I'm doing March 22nd, and I'm going to be selling these, so that's why. And then same here with this brick pattern. I actually just did it by hand. And then put the little ceiling up there where his eye looked like it was shooting.
That brick pattern actually looks like a print.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, I wanted them, whoever's going to buy this, to actually have a feel, like a texture, like more than just a print up against a canvas. I wanted it to be like three-dimensional, you know, give them a little bit of depth.
I'm not even gonna attempt to do that.
It's not hard. It's not that hard. I promise it's not that hard. Okay, I see some comments down here I think I need to respond to. Somebody said some questions or something.
Oh, she said she hoped that I follow directions today.
Well,
I know to kind of not follow directions.
this kind of, you know, you go at your own pace and whatever happens, happens. I can't say that it's going to come out a certain way because, once again, this is my first time actually in. I've showed a couple of times on YouTube and haven't really got too much of a response, but I'm one that always try to figure out something else that I can do with the actual stuff that I have. So we know DTF can go on shirt.
Right.
That's a no-brainer. Like you just said, and many people have said to me, I've never seen anybody try to put a DTF print on a canvas. I was like, well, that's a challenge accepted. Same thing with vinyl. Whenever I was working with my heat transfer vinyl, I was putting vinyl actually on canvases. I don't have any here, but I want something different with the HTV.
You like a challenge?
You could say that, yeah.
I'm the opposite. I actually don't like to be challenged.
Why not?
Because I'm a sore loser.
Oh, well, see, ain't no wins and losses in here. We working together.
I feel like I gotta beat up everybody in the competition. I just don't compete in nothing.
Don't put no pause on us, all right? We gonna try to keep this to where it's not like a whole competition. Well,
I'm a very competitive sore loser, so like the competition wise, I hate competition. But this is good. I can do this.
All right. So what camera you end up going with?
So I already had these because my son hates, so I just told him to give me one hit.
Yep, that works.
I don't know what size this is, but this is what I'm using.
I'm actually gonna do these longer ones, and this one that I'm actually going to do is a bow one. Because it is the month of bows, it's the year of bows. I've seen a lot of people doing a lot of different things with bows. Yes, it is. In full effect. Trust me, my daughters let me know.
I'll do the one with the...
Okay, don't be afraid to layer them.
Huh?
Don't be afraid to layer them. You don't gotta just stick to one. If you get... So some things, some tips, anybody that's following along with us or just want to know, I have painted canvases before I pressed the DTF on it, and that's the most common asked question that I've had across every social media. Well, did you paint it first? You can paint it first. I wouldn't use it because I am using a heat press, and you might transfer it onto some clothes. You don't want that later on in life.
I was just gonna say, wait a minute.
But I have done it, so but this one doesn't go for my clothes. I have a couple of these handheld presses. And y'all, my background is a mess. I actually worked with my little here. I haven't cleaned up.
My background, I just show a piece of the rest.
I was gonna do that, but I was like, no, they got, because it's gonna get close and personal. I'm like, they just gonna see it.
A messy craft room is a utilized craft.
That part. Where's everybody watching from? And I want to say thank you again for coming on the Squad Creators Podcast. You know we're going to be reaching out to you here soon, right?
Okay, I'm not really good with interviews, but
You was a what? You can't interview we did.
You know what? I don't know. The thought of being interviewed makes me very nervous. I'm used to talking online, just being freely going.
Uh-huh.
People interviewing me makes me very nervous.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Alright guys, I gotta get you set up so you can see what I'm... Y'all ain't gonna be seeing my face when y'all about to be seeing this whole table. So, I apologize.
We got Baltimore, we have Canada.
South Florida, okay.
Alright, what state are you located?
I'm in Ohio.
Okay.
I'm right down the way.
Is that where LeBron from?
LeBron is from Akron. I'm Canton. I'm like 20 minutes away from where he's from.
Oh, but in the area.
In the area.
And you have an actual shop, a brick and mortar shop there, right? Okay.
Yes, but I do print out of there. I don't actually do, I used to go in there and record all the time, but I'm like, people do not want to watch me DTF all day. And I was explaining that to the YouTube crowd who's actively watching me now. I don't know, it just seemed like it was the same repetitive. You can only explain it so many ways and so many times.
You know what? Still do it. I feel that. I do it all the time, and I usually feel that way. But there's always new coming on and asking, and I say still do it. I think you should still do it.
Really?
Yeah.
It felt like the same video after video. It was the same stuff.
It is. You know what? It is repetitive though.
It is.
But just do it where like you're recording while you're working.
Yeah. I could do that too. That's another problem I had though, because I blast music. So as soon as I see it, it's been cut off.
TikTok allows you to play music, right?
Man, I had a whole. Okay, so I had this live. I'm going to topic y'all real quick. I had a live that had like 3,000 people on it, and I was showing them how to do this. They came on because I said MJ. I actually said his name while I was pressing the canvas, and they deleted me off TikTok. First time going live, had all them people on that. That was so embarrassing. But, you know, I didn't know where I had messed up. I tried to appeal it. It told me it was, they used a fancy term, but basically trademark infringement.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was thinking about that. I was just actually trying to show people how to get this done. I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm using, you know, that name brand onto the canvas. Intellectual property.
When you're working, dedicate hour to live time.
Yeah.
Then come off and then blast your music and go into like finishing music. Because
Wow.
staying on live that long time, it slows you down. You gotta look at comments, you gotta respond to all that stuff.
That you do.
I would say dedicate an hour.
Hey.
You could just do like, since you have two devices, do one will be on TikTok, one you could be on YouTube.
I'm definitely gonna try it. Well, they actually somehow I just got a message. I deleted that whole TikTok, and I only got like 100 TikTok followers now on my KRISPY PRINTZ page. But they gave me the option to go live again. I've been contemplating on even doing that because I'm like, what if I get on here and start doing something, take it away? I really don't like the app already because they done messed it up. Happened to me again. Woo!
Here's the thing, if they take you on, I wouldn't even take, because I was on there and they, when I got off the live, they come like going live.
Wow.
And then I think it was like for a day or something. I don't even remember. I'm not a TikTok person at all. But if you are and you see a little success, I say go there. I'd avoid TikTok and all the chickens.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the bow,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna add a little cherry with the bow all around it.
Hey.
What does your image look like?
So I just have an assortment of bows, and I'm not doing any. It's not going to be in any particular order, any rhyme or reason.
Okay, there's a bunch of bows.
Just a bunch of bows on here, and I'm probably gonna give it to my daughter because that or put it on the showroom floor. She loves bows, so.
Bows are definitely exciting. I have a question. You have the Caesar behind you, right?
Yes.
Are you good on that machine? Like you know how to use it good?
I have been on there and I've been doing my thing. I have not mastered it yet, though. That's why I haven't dropped any videos.
I don't know nothing.
It's actually, shout out to Patrick, alright? They actually did their thing with this cutter. I'm so used to the Caesar, man, but that thing is loud, the Cameo, and then the 24-inch cutter keeps giving me problems. I've had so many issues with it. Like, actually I made 2 whole videos over it.
Which brand with the 24-inch?
Cameo, all of them were Cameo.
Oh, okay.
I have every Cameo that came out except for the latest one.
So far you think you prefer Caesar over Silhouette?
Okay, so this is gonna be weird too. I love this machine. I'm not that good with their design, their Leonardo, but I love Silhouette. So I wish I could just use Silhouette for this one, but you can't.
No, you can't. No, you would have to create the SVG. But I get that from everyone. One thing that Silhouette got the best is the software.
Yes, I started in that software. Everything that I've designed started out in Silhouette until it was like I mastered it. But then you know, they add upgrades and they do a couple of different things. Now, Swing Designs, my license, I actually switched computers, and I had the business edition of Silhouette, and I reached out to Swing Designs to get my actual license for that actual business, and they would not give it back. Well, they gave it to me, but it says it's expired. Them thing is not supposed to expire. That's supposed to be a lifetime. So if anybody got that business edition from Swing Designs, make sure when you go to switch it over, you contact them. You don't want to be like me. I have to buy a whole nother business edition.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So someone asked if you do UV DTF as well.
I'm glad you asked. A lot of my pictures have UV on there, but yes, I do. I do it as
You put some
well.
UV on the thing too?
Yeah, this one has UV on it. So this is UV right there. You can see the shine. That right there is DTF. I just didn't color it in. But yeah,
So how did you get the UV on?
the same way. I just pulled the backing off of there, and I just smoothed it.
Press it?
Yeah, and just pressed it right on there. But I didn't heat press it. I just pressed it with my fingers, and it stuck right to it.
Because I have some of your UV DTF prints with this same design. I didn't know that,
Yes.
so I'm gonna put it on here today.
Yes. Well, I did that so you could, you know, figure out which one you would like, which one, you know, would suit you better.
If you have the design, will you be? Yes, he will, because these are my designs over here, and he printed them for me. I'm gonna make it my t-shirt, and I already made a cup with one of the UV DTF prints that you gave me. Hey, hold on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be, just look out at some point, once I decide what I'm going to be making, I'm gonna have a few more orders because I want my logo on everything.
I know that's right.
These are the UV DTF prints from his website.
Yes.
You have the little ones. I'm gonna put them both on here.
KRISPYPRINTZ.shop, guys. KRISPYPRINTZ.shop.
I think I prefer the big one as the DTF, and then the little one to be the UV. That's what I was doing. All right. You know, I noticed I'm talking. Someone asked, what's the turnaround time for your prints?
And if you get the order into me before 1 p.m., I will be shipping them out that same day. If you order tonight, you'll be getting them shipped out tomorrow at some point in time between 1 and 5. So I try to do the next day, as long as I'm not bombarded and it's not a holiday. If it's a holiday, then yeah, it gets kind of hectic. So right now we're looking at a 2-3 day turnaround.
Okay. That's amazing. Just want to say.
And this is how I think I'm going to line it up on my canvas, and then I'm going to add some little, these like sparkles. I'm going to take them and cut them off of this DTF and just add them to this, different spots.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep it pretty simple, and then I'm going to just go in with some of these mediums to show you guys how I use it.
Okay. So my first question for the print, right?
Yes.
What would be the degrees that you recommend?
So I always keep mine at 1. My stuff is always at 320 degrees, and I always say 15 seconds. If you know it's the HTV rule, I always say that, especially when I'm doing this on canvas. I need it to be hot enough to actually hit. However, I can't really press down on this canvas, and you're going to have a hard time pressing up on the canvas. So as long as it's hot enough, we want this glue to melt, that's on the back of here, to this canvas.
So what I decided to do, since the canvas has a frame behind it, I got a little prepared. I have a sheet right here to put on the back to give it the raise, you know? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I used to worry about that, but I think after doing my 15 canvas, there is some give to these canvases, so you can actually press down. I used to prefer to have this bar back here because I was going to press down, and I was worried.
I don't have that.
But even without it, it's not really necessary. The reason that you don't really press down on there is because I was worried about it warping, but it kind of snapped right back, so I'm not too sure. As long as you're not going crazy with it, like laying on it or something, it shouldn't get that pot belly effect.
Alright, but unfortunately, I don't have mine, so I'm gonna just use the press, and I'm just gonna put the lightest pressure.
Oh, and that's the HTV Ront press. So I don't know. This is gonna be a new one with that.
Oh shit. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to curse.
Well, they're all adults in here, right? We all adults. Thank you guys for tapping in. I do greatly appreciate you guys.
I have another question.
Yes.
When you press it, do you put anything above it, or this protective film is all it needs?
I only use protective film. So,
Okay.
but if you would like for comfortability and for a peace of mind, you can add something on top of it. But I think it kind of restricts the heat. Since we're not really pressing on this, we kind of need that heat to actually hit that ink. So what you guys are seeing me do, I'm just going to lay it on there, hands free. I'm going to press this 15 seconds. I'll move this around. There's no certain many times you can press. If you got to do it 50 times, do it 50 times. You shouldn't have to, but if you have to, do it that amount of times. The whole thing is...
Can your phone be lower so we can see?
Actually, I'll just pick it up.
Actually good.
It was? I didn't know if it was. All right.
Yeah, we actually saw it. We got it.
I gotta figure it out. Hold on.
Alright, so I'm going to press this first layer.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to grab my other tripod. Give me 1 second, guys.
It's crossed.
You got it. Try to do it while it's cool. You do not want to peel it while it's hot.
Okay, so let it cool down.
Let it cool down. Yeah, this is the opposite of a shirt. You're not trying to pull it off because you don't want to prematurely lift it. Hold on, you two guys. I'm moving you over as well. YouTube probably be in my face. 1 second, YouTube. See, I miss my children helping me with this.
They usually help?
Yeah, they be recording for me.
Oh, okay. But we can see the desk right there.
Can you?
Yeah.
That better? All right. Hopefully I ain't too far away, and I do apologize. All right, let me head on over there. All right, so with the pressing, the reason you don't want to lift it, like I said, is because it will prematurely lift if it didn't adhere correctly to the actual canvas.
Okay.
This is great for decorating your rooms, your she sheds, your man caves, all types of stuff. If you don't have that talent to actually draw and you just want the look, this is how they do it.
Actually, next month I'm going to make over in my bathroom. And I told my son, I said, we're going to do this. We're going to find a picture that we want for the wall and just
Yep.
send it over to you to print and put it on the canvas.
I've done, I've sold a couple of these. My cousin, she's, her and her boyfriend just got together and she wanted to get something extra special. So she did the street sign thing and she was trying to order it from one of them sites and it was trying to charge her like $250. So I'm like, Keisha, I got you. What do you want? She sent me the picture of the street sign with her name on it. I put it right on the canvas just like this. And I added a little bit of texture. It came out nice. So it's on there. Hey, look at that.
It's actually perfect.
Yeah. Now I wasn't paying attention exactly how you did that. Did you find it to be hard at all? Doing it like that?
No. I just pressed it like a t-shirt.
See?
I just put the sheet underneath. Just so that it will be like level flat.
Oh yeah.
Since it has this lip on it, I put the sheet inside. Look at how cute that is. Now it's time for me to add. I want to put the little ones all around it.
Yes.
Bring out little. So I'm glad somebody asked about the UV because I didn't know that the UV would stay on the canvas too.
Yes. Anything with that UV, once you adhere to something, it's permanently there. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's what it's there. UV is a one and done. But I do know a lot of that do decals for cars. Like the UV is used widely on cars.
Because I went on Pinterest and they have so much like different wall art that I like, but some I don't want to spend the money. Like, nah, I can do it myself.
You can make it yourself all day.
And this makes it even easier. Even if you wanted to sell these, this is a good item if someone was trying to figure out something new to sell.
All day. And I think, you know, with doing a shoe show or doing like a lot of these events, these pop-up events, this is stuff that you can add to the stuff that you already have on the table. Make matching sets.
I'm scared to do this. I feel like I'm gonna mess up the UV. Well, should I put
Don't be scared. The best way to learn is to try. Let me see what you're trying to. I done moved away from the camera. You just gotta remove that clear backing from behind it.
press it on?
Mm-hmm. I try to work from the center out, but sometimes that's impossible. So I kind of bow it like this to make sure that that center actually sticks, and then fan out.
I don't know where I want that to go yet. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make this for my nieces. Girls love bows, child.
Don't they?
I have to put bows in my head if they don't already.
So how long have you been doing the craft print, these shows with the instructors and
So
stuff?
I started forever just family. But on social media, I started in 2014, and then in 2020 is when like I officially rebranded as the craft print and like really having like a business.
Wow.
But before it was for fun, but I was still getting orders and stuff. But 2020 I think is when I officially like started being serious.
So I've been thinking, you know, I've been on a couple of these craft, like these challenges and stuff. We don't have any guys that have like crafting shows out. So I might piggyback off of what you're doing, not the same, and invite the guys. I've seen no guys doing this.
You definitely. I actually was telling them that so far I'm trying to find more guys to come on. It's always like 95% women, but I think you definitely should.
Yeah. Seek, shout out to Seek. We were just talking about it the other day, so y'all be on the lookout.
I think you definitely should. And name the series something that has to do with like men or I don't know something.
See, we're gonna have to get off camera and talk. You giving me ideas, so I gotta give you your before they roll the credits. I gotta have like your name roll in front. Like she helped me with this.
Like you need a name for the series. Those bowls are that. I'm obsessed with that blue bowl.
Didn't I send you some of these?
I think so.
I think I sent you all the bowls that I was gonna do, but I have over 1,000 bowls.
You know what I'm gonna say too, and like personalizing it.
Oh yeah.
People love that for like nursery rooms and girls' bedrooms. All right, let me see if I got it.
All right, so now this pressed on here. We're going to cut up pieces. So.
I pressed it down so hard I can't get it off.
All right, you're gonna go at an angle when you do that. Get a corner and go at an angle. You don't want to lift straight up. That's the UV, right?
Yeah.
Kind of roll it back on itself. That way you don't rip your actual image.
Okay.
If you see a piece that's hesitant, I like to either use my nails or the scissors like this and just go over the top of it to make sure that it comes off of that secondary carrier sheet.
And I like that it will have that glossy, you know?
Yes. Yes. Nice. It looks already finished.
I'm gonna leave up here blank because on my next order, I'm gonna design my name
Okay.
on the next order so I can then put that up here.
All right. That's coming out fire.
I'm just gonna design around the edges. And I got all the little ones, so I'm going to my plaster.
So
I love craft projects that don't require 10 million steps.
yes. You know, I've been doing this a lot actually. Just making canvases at night. I find myself doing this. I press on the t-shirts and I make a lot of designs for different companies. So
Here's an idea for you that sounds actually good. Maybe you could play with it, but creative. She said the word craftsman. Like use that in the title. Craftsman.
craftsman. Huh.
Like craftsmanship, but
Yeah, I like that little spin on word. Okay. Look at the ideas y'all trying to help me out with. I promise you, I'm gonna be out there.
And listen, don't take long for somebody to come to your idea when they heard your ass.
Oh no, I'm on it like yesterday.
Child, sometimes they be wait, you could mention it. Somebody
I know. That's why I be scared to show my things nowadays. I don't show no design that I just did because, Lord, it be gone.
I've come with ideas before and I've seen people like
Run off with it, huh?
so if it's something you know that you want to do and get it out there before body, keep most of the details to yourself, drop the show, and after that they can follow you out.
There you go.
I'm talking about that. Look my bowl right here. This one is for me because my craft supply shop color is this light blue. I'm gonna keep that for that. This peach one is pretty.
I seen you the other day. You was live or you had a video. You had all of them crickets going. I'm always fascinated when you have all your crickets going behind you.
Oh, you see, I was telling people that the main reason sometimes I just make this the background is because it catches people's attention real quick.
Definitely. That's the idea of print room, though. When I first started, that's what I want my wall to look like. Yeah.
Because I did say this is the year I focus less on others and like focus is me. I'm the brand. So the background is going to be the craft, all the cardstock wall I have on the other side.
Okay.
So I use that as the background. So I love my machines. I love Cricut, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to build my brand. They don't build their brand.
That's right.
And I love it. I am a Cricut fanatic. As much as people say like Cricut people, it's like I'm one of those. Cricut
Yeah.
just say we dropping something before you finish the sentence. I know I won't. So my goal is to build my brand where there's people who believe in my product that much that
Yeah.
they're craft print fanatics. Like that's.
I think that's an obtainable goal. You keep going. I think you should have your own machine.
I don't know if that scares me, but it would be great. But that definitely, the thought of it scares me. You know why? When it comes to electronics, my biggest fear is somebody try to blame my machine for burning down their house.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah. We're here already. Thank you.
You gotta have them warnings on the screen right up front in the beginning. All right, guys. I didn't add too much more to it. I did recycle a DTF. So that's another good thing about DTFs. If you do have them, sometimes you'll have an image and you just might want one little small piece off that image, which is exactly what I did here and here. So now I'm getting ready to actually add some paint And while we're talking, it's going to dry. And then I'm going to add some medium somewhere on here. You can use stencils. And I don't have any. Well, I do have some, but I don't have them out. And when you do the stencils, you can like use it for the hearts or stuff if you want to be that particular. Me, I'm just going to actually use a plastic scraper and try to manipulate and make something with these bows.
Got it. Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are following along. Hopefully I'm instructing good enough. But if not, there will. There you go.
You know what too? Like you said, how sometimes it feels like no one's like they're not paying attention or it's redundant. Sometimes it can be one person, and that to me like that's good enough. Because I tell people all the time, don't look at my followers. When you come to my lives, the people who come over and over, it's under 20.
Wow.
It don't be a big crowd. Like it's under 20, but those are the people who like really support me. So what's happening?
I don't know. You just did some fireworks in the background.
I don't know what that is. Does this mean fireworks?
I don't know. Maybe you just hit for $1 million. You playing the jackpot lottery? We gonna say she just hit for the $1 million, y'all.
Y'all would see the machines and nothing else. I'm out the door. Okay.
No, I don't know. That was like some type of filter or something that hopped up there.
I think because with Apple, like if you do a thumbs up,
Oh yeah. I forgot your hand motions. Yeah, you just did that, like a celebration.
Right. I'm doing every time I speak to people now.
How do you like your glasses? I meant to ask you. I'm struggling. How do you like those glasses?
They stole it.
What?
I went to North Carolina and the TSA agent stole my letter.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Oh my gosh.
I do have a replacement, but it doesn't have my prescription in it, so I have to get the prescription. I already have to go. But I'll tell you the good thing about the glasses, the video that it takes when you're recording, the quality's good. But when you go live on, because you can go live on Instagram or Facebook with it.
Okay.
And it'll live stream from the glasses. The quality's not that great from the live streams. It wasn't that good. But the battery too, it dies pretty quickly from what I was expecting.
Okay.
But the quality of the video, I love. I love that you could like listen to your music. They're your headphones too.
Oh
so
gosh.
I like those features about it. But yeah.
That's crazy.
So you know when you have to, put all your stuff in the bucket, and I had so much things I didn't realize till like a few minutes later. So I put everything in the bucket. I walked through, and then they were like, "Oh, come to the side. We have to like pat down your side or some nonsense." And I'm like, "Okay." Went back to my tray, put everything in, and then I went to go put on my glasses. It was never there.
Wow.
And my sister told me about a news report where they saw the TSA agents working together, so one would tell the person, "Come and pat me down," while the other one steal your chair.
Yep.
That's what they.
That's crazy.
So for the TSA agent that stole my glasses, I hope you could see this video in your little headphones. My prescription was in there. When you put it on, I hope you go blind.
For real.
They thought they were getting a pair of shades or something, not knowing it was prescription glasses.
That's ridiculous.
And I hope you stub your toe.
You was the right person for the glasses. You about to teach me everything about the daggone glasses. Lord.
I love tech. I'm not really great with tech. When it comes to like content creation, I like to get.
Yeah.
But if you're considering the DJI Osmo Pocket 3,
Yes.
it's worth the money.
That $600 little thing is worth $600.
It's worth the money.
Okay.
The quality is amazing.
Oh, okay.
And it's perfect for like, so here's the thing. If you're trying to do overhead videos of your content, it's not for that.
Okay.
It's more for blog style. Like it's sitting in front of you, you're talking. You could set it up like how you have your phone set up here in the background. That kind of stuff is good for. Overhead content for the desk, no.
No,
But
okay.
everything else, blogging videos, sitting down talking head videos, I love it. Actually, right here. I got
Hey, shoot. A gift that's gonna make some bucks.
By the end of the year, but I love it. I love it. This is my baby.
And that thing follows you everywhere, right?
Yes, it does follow. Like when it starts, you can track your face, or you can have it not track your face. And you just open the app on your phone while it's on, and download your content straight to your phone from the app on your phone. If you don't want to, like, have to put the little SD card in the adapter and put it in your computer.
So what you guys see me doing was just adding some paint. I don't know how clear my camera is. I'm getting a glare. But I had like some orange mixed in with my pink. So it kind of gives it like this effect.
That's cute. I like the mix of the two colors.
Yes. I do that pretty much with a lot of
Does
things.
that paint have like a satin?
It has a gloss. It has a metallic gloss to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I can see that.
I do that on purpose, especially because we're decorating something. I want it to stand out. Like, you want it to catch somebody's eye. At first, I wasn't thinking about none of the stuff that I'm telling you, but as I've started doing it, I started thinking like, okay, the LeBron James looks nice up there, but what can I add to that LeBron James to make it look like an artistic piece of art instead of just a DTF on a canvas? And that's how I started with the mediums, because at first I was using drywall plaster. I've been in construction for a long time, so I was using the plaster to actually put the brick on there, and then I went to Walmart and seen that they had sculpting medium, and I've been running with it ever since. That and the gloss medium.
I like that.
And the iridescent. I'm show you guys
So
here.
I have another idea to add to your idea.
Yeah.
If you have anybody, like when y'all do it, if you have anything to do like party-wise, not that there's not enough, but there is not a big variety of big party themes and stuff for boys. So
Yes.
like whenever y'all do stuff, since it's like male-centered, if you can add in, sprinkle in the girls here and there. But boy-themed items, I think like that should definitely be the topic.
Seek, you better be paying attention to this free game.
Whether it's t-shirts, party items, or whatever,
Right.
boys do not have as much option as girls.
I agree.
So like creating things for boys, since it's the men in crafting, I think that's a good idea. Every now and then, somebody gonna complain.
Yep. That's true.
As if there aren't millions of places to get things for the boys.
I'm soaking in all these ideas that you are telling me, and I am grateful for them. Thank you. Now, I know you said you...
I'm a boy mom, so I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
They do not have as much for boys.
That they don't.
So I'm going, you know what? I'm going to trim the bow off of this.
Yeah, it's your world. That's what I'm saying. If you might find an image within an image that you would like to use instead of that original image. And that option is completely open. That's why I like this. It's very freehand, freestyle. You don't have to, it's nothing set in stone. Is your son is he involved at all in crafts? Does he do anything like shirts or anything?
So they've learned to help me out, but no. They can't. Like my son's going to be cricket. I can call my son and say, like, go in, do this, cut that, put that together. Like they know how to make stuff because they help me out. But are they interested? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So we're making canvas art using DTF and UV DTF. That's what it's called, UV DTF.
Yep, UVDTF.
Just UV prints to make canvas wall art. And I feel like this is going to be my next thing. Not necessarily for selling, but for home.
I went and spent all that money when I first moved into this house doing my son's room. And I was thinking that whole time, like, this is stuff that you could do at the house. Fast forward a couple years later, and this is stuff that you literally could do at the house to decorate your child's room, your newborn baby's room, whatever it is. or if you're doing a haul or something like that, and you would like to decorate it, and you don't want to necessarily spend a ton of money on decorations, make your own.
Yep.
And this is far from me. I'm used to just doing shirts, y'all. Shirts and pants and stuff like that. All apparel.
I stay away from apparel. I don't know why. I'll do a little here and there for myself.
What?
But I usually stay away from it. Also, too, like, I feel like with shirts, you gotta get it straight. I don't be getting it straight all the time.
Well, that's why you got your rulers and your guides and your little things in place. But I've been doing it for so long. I actually use my heat press as my actual center straight line. But you know to come down, 3.5 inches from the collar. So there's tricks that you can do after you've been doing it for a while.
I ain't never heard nobody tell me that day in my life.
What?
This is the first time I'm hearing somebody give inches off of where to come down on the collar.
Oh, you ain't watched none of my videos. All right, everybody got to tune in to Mike T so we could.
Okay, so this is what you need to do. You need to set it up as a series and have a set time and day.
Okay.
Of when you're gonna do either live. That way we know and we could like schedule around it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So in the channel now, everybody knows it's every other Friday at 6.
Mm.
Kind of get used to. All right, this is what I'm gonna be doing here, or I can watch this other person. Even if you don't have it now, that'll be a plan for later to have a set schedule. It's easier for people to remember to join.
Right. That's what we used to do for the Squad Creative Podcast. We had a set time. So I might have to, yes. I'm listening. I'm picking up everything you laying down. All right. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit, but you guys can kind of see what I did with that paint. I wore around.
And it makes the bowl stand out.
Yes. I just got to add blue to it and then probably some silver, but. See, this is freehand. We in here talking and doing this all together. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm not trying to make sure anything is looking any certain type of way. I'm actually running my mouth and doing this.
I missed the comment.
Trying to follow him. But the arrow.
Yeah, make sure you guys are following Mike T's.
I'll show both pages. It just shows yours. Mike T's on Instagram or Mike_T's_. And my major playing field, I'm going to have to say, is YouTube. I've been trying to get the hang of Instagram for years, but it just, like I said, doesn't never work out for me.
Let me tell you something. Just post and go.
Post and go.
Yep, come back every now and then and check some comments. So, like, whatever you're posting for your... Do you post a lot of shorts on YouTube?
Yeah, I pretty much post everywhere. I might just be working on one of these and show a little post. I might... I'm so indecisive. I was on a routine, but that's this last year that went by. I don't know. It seems like I'm all over the place.
Whenever you post on Instagram, come back. Did I take the wrong piece off?
Let's see. You wouldn't be able to see the image.
I think I did. Did I pin?
Gotcha. Can someone pin his page? Mike T's. I don't know how to... If you hit that...
You know how to comment?
Yeah, they put, can you please...
Make a comment, even if it's just hello, and I'll pin your hello so they can see what you're reading.
Gotcha.
Okay, I got it.
There we go. I just put the 100 sign in. All right. I'm going to go in with my sculpting medium. I'm going to place it, not anywhere particular, just somewhere random on here. And I'm actually going to do the brick effect, just to show you guys how I do the brick effect.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to see that. I thought that was a stencil.
No. So I just start with a dab, pretty much. Like this. It's no rhyme or reason. Like I said, everything is free flowing, y'all. Y'all see that dab right there on that corner?
Right.
With this up in the air. Let me see if I can do it. Take my little plastic trowel. And just go along I used to do drywall professionally, so that might be
That's probably why.
that might be another thing.
You have some experience, because I would jack that up.
No. See how I just smashed that along? Can you guys see that or no? Let me turn it the right way up. Can you see it right here in this corner?
You can see it, but it's hard to see because it's white.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna add some iridescent in there. Hopefully that'll change it up a little bit.
So the thing about Instagram is people come to Instagram most of the time, they try to learn something. Like, so if you have like little tips like a reel just explaining that 3 inches down from the neck, something like that is the kind of content like Instagram is looking for. Either that or like something like a relatable where people understand the struggle, stuff like that. Either you gotta make me laugh or you gotta teach me something mainly when it comes to Instagram.
Okay. I am loving these tips. Thank you so much. I am going to watch this 1,000 times because I'm going to put all of them to use. Trust me when I tell you.
I like to talk. It's just like that's why like interviews kind of scare me because interviews it's like direct questions and people look for proper answers and I say all the time I don't give professional proper answers.
Not on the squad. Not on the squad. I'm going to say that as a host of the squad. We ain't looking for top line professionalism. We just want to know your story because it's going to inspire us. It's going to inspire somebody to get up and do something.
Right.
All right. So I just added some texture to this. It doesn't look like much of nothing. Hopefully you can see the iridescent in there. And
that allows us to see it better.
Yes. So I just, nothing fancy. Just did like that, kind of raise it up, give it a little texture. Now I'm simply going to go through and line it with this trowel across and come back up. So it will give it that illusion of the brick.
Okay, there goes another reel.
What?
Showing how to do the brick.
Oh, okay. So, look. Y'all got me in the comment section. Y'all got somebody seek? I'm going to call on you later, sir.
That showing how to do the brick is like, so just teaching people something, even though you think it's like so common, it could be new to somebody else because everything you talked about here, never.
Yeah.
It's my first time hearing it and doing it.
Okay.
So there's always going to be somebody who's never like seen it or heard it or know about it and you're teaching them something. Okay, so we have another comment. Make a reel about how the canvases can be used for kids' room decor, living room decor. Show examples so people know they can order from you or not just go searching in home goods. Right.
Got you.
Or even if it's either because you'll have somebody who will either want you to make it or they want to make it and they just order the print from you and they do the rest.
Okay. Look, I'm learning a whole lot today. And just like that, I have my brick pattern. So another thing, this acrylic paint that I'm using that I didn't say is fast drying. It dries extremely quick. The paint that I just put on here, I got it from Michael's, I do believe. But when I tell you this stuff dries super quick, it's like within 60 seconds, it's dry to the canvas. So that's how I was able to actually...
Have you ever painted the brick after you did that? Like
Yes. Yep. And that's what I actually was getting to. Now that I have the brick pattern in there, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. And then I'll go back over it with the color. Something to accent the bows that's on this canvas.
Got it. You know what thing will be cute? Semi Street with the brick wall.
Oh, yeah. Can you guys see that brick in there?
Yeah. That was shown.
There we go. So other things you can add to this canvas that I don't have here is the flake glitter. You can throw it on here. You can add rhinestones, especially when you're using these mediums. Um, the fake looking crystals, I've seen that a lot. Kind of
I
resembles like,
actually bought some to put on here today, like stones.
hey, it actually resembles shattered glass too. Anything that makes it look 3D.
Right. Also, too, like with just a flat image, if you're selling, right?
Yes.
Something that does a flat image is more, well, I could have did that myself. But then if you add the extra things in it, even though some people think I could have did myself, it's like, I don't have the time to put in all that work, all that extra detail. It makes it like stand out more.
Yep. Dang, I don't think I have that blue. I need a little bit darker. So, some advice to people that shy to get on camera, because I get this question a lot. I want to do this, but I don't want to be on camera. What would you tell somebody?
You want to do what, but you don't want to get on camera. What's the question? What do they want to do? Like, start being
Anything.
online?
Anything. Just anything on camera. What's some advice you would
You
give?
don't really want it. I'm not going to lie. You can't say you want to do it. Like, I want to start doing it. I don't want to show my face. Unless you just show your hands. That's your only option. But if your plan is to like go live and start building a community and to know your audience requires you being there in real time. It can't always just be videos
Yep.
because you're not talking to them. You know what I'm saying?
Sound
But you
advice.
can show your hands. You don't have to show your face if you're speaking. So to get you a little more accustomed, you have to get a stand, a phone stand that's going to be overhead. And film your hands while you're working, and you can talk to people while y'all are doing it. Going live with somebody else, it makes you more comfortable.
That it does.
Like, find somebody else who's willing to go live with you, and y'all go live together. That will get you more comfortable. And you don't want to go live with someone. You don't want to just stand, then you do not want to go live.
Good point.
So those are really most of the options when it comes to going live and getting to know building a community.
Good point. Good point.
People got to see you and be able to know who it is, who they're talking to. Build that trust.
There you go.
Your trust can only go so far. People never see or hear.
Huh.
Large companies do it. They're large companies. And honestly, I'm not a large company, so I can't give advice on how large companies do it. I can only go off of someone, a small cracker. How, for me, I built my community. And that's showing up, talking, helping. Being willing to help. People want to grow and make money, but they don't really want to help people.
They don't want to help nobody.
Right. So when you're building that community, it's part of helping people out. If you don't want to help, then you just focus on selling, not building that community.
So in the beginning, going back to the squad, I know I keep bringing this up. In the beginning, that was our goal, was just to help people and give out free information because everybody was, paying for courses and stuff. And we're like, man, you can just hop online and see all of this stuff that you're looking for while paying a dime. It's going to take some time to search it, but if you're...
But you know what? People most of the time pay for convenience. They don't be really...
Oh, I like the way you say it, that they pay for convenience.
Yes, people pay for convenience, and I do it too. Because at the end of the day, everything is out there for free.
Yeah, it is.
Everything.
The whole...
But it takes longer to research it, to find it in the first place, and then study it, and then learn and get the experience. Some people don't have the time, so they have the income.
There you go.
They'll pay for convenience. I will any day. I tell people that all the time. Some things I'll research. Sometimes I don't want to do all the research. I don't have time to do it. So if I can find somebody who can do it for me or teach it to me, I'm going to pay. People do pay for convenience, but everything is out there free if you're willing to do the research.
That part.
But I also think a lot of people, I won't say give up early, but sometimes I think they assume that process.
It's going to be easier to... easy and fast, right?
It's not.
It never is.
It's not. And even when I rebranded as a craft print in 2020, I don't think I really had a community built. Even then. And this year is 11 years. I
11 years. Wow.
And you think about it, like how soon do you trust people? Do you just, oh, I met her, she cute, I trust her, here, it's my money. No, it takes you time to get to know people to trust them. So it's the same process. It's going to take time.
Yes.
And for some people, it's shorter or longer. I'm sure there's people who's out there who bypass me income-wise, maybe even building their community in less time than it's possible. But I think people just need to understand that it can take a while.
So I'm going to shift from that. How long have you been on YouTube?
Now, 6 years maybe? 6. I
And
think it's about 6 years.
that following, did you get that immediately or has it took this whole...
Hell no.
Okay. Gotta ask. You know I gotta ask.
That's the same thing with YouTube. It took years. And I would say though, I wasn't as I don't know if it's disciplined, dedicated, all of it, but I wasn't paying attention to my YouTube channel. Even after it got monetized, it was whenever, wherever.
Yeah.
I think this year is where I really started getting, like the end of last year,
Uh-huh.
is when I really started saying, you know what? Like, start putting energy into this channel. But it took years.
Just so I can keep everybody...
Sometimes I look back, like, I still haven't gotten far enough or done enough, even with what I've done. Like, for me, it's still not good enough. All right. If I want another ball, I'm gonna just add some blank. So I did, like, just sporadic design.
Wow.
I don't know what I did.
Wow.
All over. And I'm gonna put, like, in between here, I'm gonna put stones, like rhinestones.
Yes.
But I'm leaving this part empty because I'm gonna order her name to put on the top.
Okay. Well, this is what I've come up with. And...
Come on, bowls, freaking bowls.
I'm going to add some clearness to this. Some clear medium.
Bowls. I want to put this on there. And I love to have pieces. See how this is cut off on the edge?
Mm-hmm.
Like not just all here. And right here, I'm going to put like one. I'm going to trim it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
have, like a little corner.
Wow.
Wait, I have to pay attention to the damn color.
And this is all new stuff, right? You said this is the first time you've ever done it or ever seen anybody do it? Yeah? So, you have inspired me definitely to try this man out. I'm definitely going to do that. Thank you for the name, ladies, or whoever in the comment section. I'm definitely going to... I was on, what was that? The Crafty Brick a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And I had, ever since that show, you know, I was talking with Seek. Seek is the other half of Squad Creative Podcast. You guys keep hearing me say Seek.
Right.
And we were thinking, you guys have really put a bug in my ear, and I really want to start now, and especially do a lot of things geared towards little boys. Like,
Yes.
I got so many things that I do. They would love to see it.
And teaching boys, like, sometimes they need to see other ways to make money.
Yes.
Like, right now, social media be having them thinking the wrong thing, child.
Yeah.
So show them another way to make money.
I've been buying stacks of these now because I create them kind of quick. They be flying. And then I'll set it up there and I'll look like, what else can I add to it? Why it's sitting up there? But were you able to get any of these mediums? Did you see any of these?
I didn't even leave the house. I didn't get to leave and look for it. I've been so focused on this March challenge. My brain haven't been able to do much.
So how far out in advance do you plan these challenges? I know you reached me last year. We talked, what, June of 2025?
So I try, if I can, a month at least.
Yeah.
But when it comes to crafting and chatting, this series, I scheduled from January to June.
Wow.
Already scheduled. I already contacted all the crafters. I gave them the date. Some of them, they haven't come up with their project just yet, but I already have it scheduled out who's going to be on crafting and chatting for the next 6 months.
Wow.
I try to just, for that, get it out the way, because I'm always doing. I don't know, my brain does not stop. I need to sometimes, but whatever I can get done, scheduled out a good amount of time ahead, I do. Even like, I think I messaged somebody with a date, and they were like, "Did you need that date?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was like June or something," and they thought like I got it wrong, but I've already started scheduling out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she said, "Can they be added to shoes?"
You can add this stuff to shoes. My advice to you is to try before, and see, I have had some people put it on the Converse. She's talking about the DTF, right?
Yeah.
The DTF on Converse, and it has worn well. But when it rains outside, when it snows outside, you gotta take that into account. If you're not putting a clear coat or a clear finish over that image, then it will scrape off the shoe.
So the DTF, if you press it like Converse or that canvas material.
Yes.
That should be better for canvas material.
Yes, but you got to look for a clear coat to put over that if you're going to put it on your shoe. That way it'll protect it.
Okay.
I've tried a few. I haven't had any luck because I've been trying to clear coat these canvases because I like the shiny look on some of the canvases, and I would like to actually just spray it to see if it would do it. But the 3M that I tried, which cost $17.99, it started to eat away at the image of the DTF. I did spray it on the UV. It did nothing to the UV, but it kind of bubbled up. It didn't give that clear finish look to it. So I have yet to find out. As soon as I do, I will let the world know.
Okay, so again, that could actually, you finding out, even if you find out that nothing works, that's content too. So today we're going to try it with this and then give people the results. And then next time, another reel or YouTube video is, I tried another material, this one didn't work, until you find what works. Or you get to the end and be like, you know what guys, none of it worked. But all of that could be the series of like learning and teaching. So like trying to figure stuff out doesn't need to be behind the scenes and then I'm just going to tell you which one works.
Right.
Like everything, the whole process.
She said document it all. Okay.
I think sometimes we look for just like the end product.
Yes.
But people really want to see. People actually need to see. Because I think people sometimes think it comes easy, it's quick. People need to see, no, sometimes it takes time. Trial and error. Waste of money. Like, to see all of that.
I think that's the most truest when doing customs. Like, that's what I've done for when I first hopped on and I was telling you guys on my background. I specialize in doing customs for people, bringing their vision to life on a garment. And sometimes that could be very hit or miss. So it's like you got to be up on the details. You got to follow exactly what it is they want, their color scheme, whatever image it is. Then you got to give them a proof for them to approve before you can actually print or actually press anything. Because if not, you'll find yourself wasting a lot of money.
So, here goes some more content. Show like from the person orders from you what the steps are with designing and getting their approval and, like seeing the steps. Or even like, I spent this amount of money, I spent this amount of hours, and then it turns out the client didn't even like the product, something like that.
Yes. That has happened though. That's happened to me.
I've had it happen to me.
That's not a great day.
Stuff like that, be like, shit.
Yes.
What is she saying? Hold on. Mod Podge. I'm not that fond of Mod Podge ceiling unless it's on glitter. I don't know on sneakers.
It's kind of gummy. And I tried it and I tried E8000 Okay, so my daughter was going to prom. This is probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And I had did her verse in like the red rhinestones all over. And I tried to use the E8000. But we tried the hodgepodge, Modge, whatever that stuff. It was so gummy. It was so thick. Like, I don't know. It just kind of took away from the rhinestones. So I originally went from hodgepodge to the E800. And that stuff was even thicker and I almost passed out working with it. That stuff stank.
Oh, E6000.
It was 6,000 instead of 8,000.
Yeah. Is there an 8000?
Yeah,
I don't know. The one I'm using right now is actually the E6000.
okay, it might be. I could have my numbers. Don't. It could be me. I am King Butcher. I might have tore that name up, but I'm just telling y'all, I'm gonna pass out.
I'm known to forget names or stuff.
So I let this canvas dry.
A lot of men in crafting, or men. You know what? I don't think necessarily crafting, but the T-shirt business has more men, right?
Yeah, and a lot of those guys they craft. I don't know whether they can put it out there or not, but I know they craft.
Okay.
But shoot, even if it's just me and Seek getting on every week, explaining and going through it and doing it, you know. But I am open. All right, y'all. I waited a little while before I put this clear medium on here. I'm just gonna highlight the pieces that I didn't actually put paint on.
But I just want to say that if you start it and you feel like it's not picking up traction, still do it. Still keep doing it.
Still keep doing it. Keep pressing forward,
Yes.
huh?
In the beginning, things don't like. I know that the success stories and the overnight stories, they trend, but that doesn't happen to most people.
No, it don't.
Most people start it and it starts off slow and it takes time. And because I've had ideas and I wanted to do things, and people are like, oh, I know that would be good. I know people are going to be jumping on it. I've had people tell me, yes, do it. I'm going to buy it or I'm going to join them. This. And when I started, it's like 3 motherfuckers need it. And I'm like, what's the like 50 of y'all telling me to do this?
Yeah, that's how it is.
So, when you start and the traction seems low, just keep going. Just keep going. And I tell people all the time, just when I'm on live, come and look, be nosy and see how much people are in my live.
Yeah.
It don't be a lot. It be like 20, the most. And sometimes not even that.
But it's that being hung up on numbers. Hung up on numbers, like you said.
You can't look at numbers.
Yeah. That was a killer for me on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't even look anymore. Like I stopped even looking to see how much views my reels and stuff get. My goal is to put my products out there right now, and that's it. I can definitely get into details to grow and stuff like that, but right now I just need to get my stuff out there, let people know it's being made, and I just keep going. That's my way of doing it. Are there other ways? There's plenty of ways, but I just talk on like how I do it.
Yeah. So the last thing I added to this, and which I'm still adding, is the actual clear. And it's also a 3D thing. It gives it a little more dimension. It kind of looks wet. And I like that look.
What is it called?
It's a clear medium.
Oh, okay.
It's this one. Or gloss medium, I should say. I usually throw this on just to add to the pictures. Like if it's for instance, MJ up there and he has the sweating, you can see he's sweating. I actually put this clear matte.
Okay, or if you do like raindrops.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And what do you guys think?
I love it. I love that brick effect. I really love that.
Well, you could do the brick. You can also do mountains too. Mountains or hills. Mountains and hills. All of that stuff is very easy.
Right.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Now the question is how much would you sell it for?
Oh, don't ask me that question. I have no idea.
I'm just gonna ask you. All right, just put a price on it. Put a price on what it is that you're doing. How much you think that's worth?
This?
Yes.
Well, being that I put my blood, sweat, and tears in it, maybe $2 billion, but
Hey.
I don't know. Like, I'm really bad with pricing. I would not know where to start to price it.
All right, so you use UVs, right? UVs is the most costliest sticker that there is out there, and the reason being the process and what all goes into actually making a UV sticker. So let's just say that I gave you a 16 by 36. That was roughly $31 for that sheet. You use a good amount of stickers off that $31 sheet. So I'm gonna say you probably use all in all what, maybe $5, $6 worth of UV prints on this canvas. That's a starting price. The canvas itself was anywhere from $5.99 all the way up to $19.99, depending on where you shopped at. So you would add you another $5 to $10 there. You're up to 15, maybe 20. That's without you customizing it and going in with the jewels and the extra paint. Retail, you should sell that for $40, somewhere around $40.
So your minimum to start should be $40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now the sizes of the canvas may vary, and you can,
Right.
adjust your price accordingly. But that's how I figured it out, and that's how I started. I'm figuring out how much material am I actually putting into this. What did I spend on the material? That's my final price. Times whatever I pay myself or charge to people for actually embellishing it or making it stand out.
So do you have any YouTube videos showing how to price your product?
That I do not.
That's one of the biggest topics that everybody needs help with. Pricing.
Yeah, the pricing.
Yeah.
You know how I got to my prices? I started off just like everybody else. I was selling shirts for $10, and it wasn't. Well, basically, I was working backwards at that point. I was putting my all into it, and still selling a shirt for $10. Well,
Right.
COVID came, and we got over that pretty quickly. People were still ordering custom shirts. They want the front, the side, the back. They want their name in super large font. Just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So at this point, I'm like, well, I can't be doing all this for no $10.
Right.
And I started to raise my price. It went from a $10 shirt to a $25 shirt. And this would give you any placement. I would, try to get a nice brand. When I say a nicer brand, it's still a Gildan. It's still a Gildan soft style. But if I had to elevate and go to another one, it's going to be a next level, or it's going to be Bella Canvas. But Bella Canvas is, and AS Colors and next levels. All of them shirts cost $10 more. So
Before you finish this, there goes more content. I didn't know half of that shit you just said.
wow. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do when we get off. I'm gonna just start making a whole bunch of reels. Seriously, stop me.
The things that you're telling us now, I didn't know none of this.
Oh
So
yeah.
the brands to get t-shirts, that's content, or just even a YouTube video showing you the different brands and then the pricing of the shirts. That's a video right there. Just the price of the t-shirts at different websites. I knew nothing of that. Like, even I told my sister, like, I think we're gonna, because I want to add merch to the website.
Yes.
And I thought of doing the like, when you just have the company make it, they order it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if somebody ordered cardstock and a t-shirt and everything, I want them to be able to get everything in one box.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe we could make t-shirts now that I see your prints. But I'm like, where we get t-shirts from? And then what price? So all of those questions, I have no clue where to start.
Okay.
If you're creating content to help us with that, definitely.
On my next
I
mission
know
is
one of those brands you said, I don't think I ever heard of.
Next Level. That's a premium brand. Very premium.
I've never heard that.
Next Level actually under Gildan. I'm not too sure, but I have to bring on one of my actual t-shirt gurus to break it down. But Next Level is a premium t-shirt, and a lot of folks don't tell you that because that's the brand that they're rocking with. They tear out that little tag so you don't know what's going on. And half the people still use Gildans and tear the tag, but I have a lot of customers that
But
can.
nowadays, there's so much people give information when it comes to that.
Mm,
I don't know, but it'll be so much helpful to teach certain things. And my thing is, you don't have to teach things. Just sit down and figure out, some information you're going to give out for free and some information you might decide you want to make in class. But giving out a little bit for free will encourage them to come get more and pay for more from you.
so do you do act like member subscriptions only lives? Do
I
you?
started the membership on YouTube. I just started.
Yeah, I started
What
it
I
too.
do is, so for me, going live and helping people out has always been like beneficial to people, and I go off of what people have told me. It's been
Yes.
helpful. They get help. I give ideas, but then for me, it started to be too like I was exhausted,
Mm.
and it's all doing it for free. I think that was
Yes.
one of my biggest mistakes. I didn't monetize most of the things I did when I started out. So I'm going live. I'm helping people out, doing all this for free, and there people are taking the information to go make money.
Yes.
So you have to find a way for you to make money and them as well. I started the membership where it's just $5 and we go live every Sunday together, and that's our accountability meetings. So I'm making sure everybody's posting, I'm giving ideas for content, that kind of stuff, and then it goes up with more stuff in it for the higher memberships.
Got you.
And it's been good so far. It's only been a month. I think I have thirds now.
Okay.
But you have to find some information and some stuff to give for free. Give a little and then have things people pay for. Because at the end of the day, we have to make money and pay the bills.
That's part. And that's the predicament I found myself in is giving out too much free info to the point where
And that was my biggest mistake. And I was exhausted and turn around and it's like, I ain't even making shit. I'm actually spending.
yeah, seriously.
So you have to find a way to monetize while you still help. So some free charge for some.
Mm. I'm definitely going.
Market's like, oh my God, people are so greedy, they want to charge for everything. Well, how the hell you actually pay for stuff?
That part.
And the people who complain about that are the ones coming to look for the free information so they can make money. So you're telling me you can make money, but I can't.
But I can't, yeah.
Ignore it.
So I'm gonna do a whole media rehaul. I gotta rework this. And I thank you for giving me all these gems. I guess I just been looking at it like, I don't know, this is what I'm doing right now. I'll just show it on camera and never really approached it from the standpoint of, okay, I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit and then you can watch the rest or you can subscribe or become a member.
Right.
But I just
You can even have like if somebody, because sometimes if it's something that I want to do, it's important to me, I need to do it for business. I don't like even if the information is free, it's out there, but if I could sit with someone and I speak to them about me specifically and they help me, I would rather pay for that one-on-one. And I've had people tell me that all the time. I know somebody, like, they used to be in my DMs constant. I know you have YouTube videos showing K-Top, but listen, I want to sit with you and pay you one-on-one and you teach me like that. With all the free stuff I have out there. So you can have it where you pay people and you just sit with them and help them price their items and things like that.
wow.
Someone asked, what's the name of the glossy stuff that you use as a finish?
It actually is gloss medium. All of these are essentials, and I believe I got every last one of these mediums from Walmart in the craft section. It was $4.97.
Another question for you. Do you like the next level more than Bella?
Bella's my peoples. I love Bella Canvas. But next level is just, I'm a bigger person. I'm not one of them small, not to knock anybody. I'm not a thin man. I'm a fat boy. So I don't like when the shirt's all super snug and it feel like a sports top instead of a shirt. So I like the next level for that.
Okay.
There's other shirt brands out there though. I just was happen to say those two off top.
Alright, I'm finally done, I think. I probably after I ordered the name, but I put the
Hey, look at that. It is fire. Look at the bling on there. She got the bling on there.
Top pieces of gold.
Wow. Look at that. 3Ds too.
Yeah, this will be for my niece's room. Y'all see the gold? Am I showing the gold properly?
Yeah, it looks great. You just gave me another idea.
She said, do your kids take to your crafting?
All right, so if you guys, so this is a new crowd. You guys don't probably know. 10 kids.
How many?
10. My daughters, some of them, they were recording and they were pressing shirts and stuff, but no, not really. My son, he has his own brand, Pink Department. You guys watch out for that. 14 years old, he's creating, and he's been creating a lot of different shirts that he can wear. So it's a hit or miss, but I don't force any of them to do it. I want them to kind of find their way.
So my question for you, how do you stay sane?
What you mean?
10 kids.
Oh, because I was one of them fathers that love kids, and we was going,
I love my kids, but let me
we
tell you
gonna go do
something.
everything.
I'm gonna rip my hair out.
Ah! Now some hair that fell out. I got, see, you got braids. Mine gone, all right? It's all gone up here, but it's not as hard as people, I guess I was built for. You know, God put it upon me. It wasn't really that hard. Is there hard times and tough times? Yes. You can have 10 or one child and still have those same experiences, but I don't know. It really wasn't that hard to me. No, my brother and sister, no. Nope. Yeah. But it's I don't.
You love children in general. You love children.
Yes.
Oh.
I got 8 grandkids now, so 8 tiny tots. 8 grandkids now.
Really?
Yes. All my children are basically at the house. I got like 4 here. 4 left at the house.
4 little ones. Okay.
Yeah. And they ain't even little.
Do you mind if I ask you how old are you?
I am 43.
You don't even know how old you are?
I'll say 42. No, I'm 43.
But 8 grandkids. How I want grandkids so bad though.
They precious.
So bad. My boys don't want kids.
They're precious. They gonna want kids, or they gonna accidentally have them if they ain't protected up. But it's coming. It's coming.
I started young. I thought I was gonna be a young grandma. I don't know.
She said she started young. I'm sorry. It's just the way you said that. I love kids
It's
too.
not about the truth. I have my kids at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have your kids young, you end up being a young grandma. I had my first son. I was 16.
Wow.
And I ain't ashamed to tell anybody. And anybody who be on here and about to come preach to me, but get the hell off my eye.
Wow.
So I had my first son when I was 16. He's gonna be 28 this year.
Okay. That's how old my oldest is. Well, he's 27. So. Yeah.
I will be 44 next month. Next month's my birthday. Just want to tell
you. Happy early birthday. She's pretty opposite to me.
You got a grandbaby.
You could borrow her, you got to bring her back.
I just want to be a girl.
They are so precious. Now, my grandson.
You know what? You gotta really love people who love. When I was younger, I really loved it. As I got older, I got older miserable. I don't know what happened. The kids stay away from me.
Occasionally, but I've always gravitated towards kids, and like I was happy to be a dad. You know, it's a lot of guys that's not happy to be a dad. A lot of the friends, associates that I used to kick it with were not happy to be fathers. I want to be in my child's life, my grandchildren's life. I want them to see me active in their life, you know? So that's just, I just love that part. There's nothing that I can necessarily say I gained from it, but I just love it.
There goes some more content. Just saying, I try to tell people everything's content, but there you go. Tell them kids, tell them.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. So if this y'all first time ever hearing it, I say it on every channel, and I've been on Instagram.
People want to know everything about you.
I see.
Even if I think that we're used to like thinking that's not interesting. Nobody want to know that. Nobody cares. You'd be amazed at what people want to know. And just think about like these gossip shows and stuff and how much attention they get. It's because people know you.
Yeah, that part.
They want to know everything. You may think they don't. I started crafting. I never thought in my life I'd be on here talking about my kids.
Yeah.
My health.
Yeah.
My relationship.
Yeah.
We be on here talking about it. People want to know. People be checking up. I would say one thing and they like, oh girl, you know that man gonna be upset. You, oh, your youngest son, I know he upset. Like people start getting to know you in that community. They want to know. They want to know. Make that content.
Hey. Look, y'all, I done came on and took the class. I said, I done came on today and took the class. You didn't like me so many different ways. For real. Like from the content to sharing stuff. Because I naturally
enjoy doing that. And I think that shows and you'll see that in me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, I don't pretend. Like that's me. I'll meet strangers. Like somebody ordered a cake topper from me. She came to pick it up from her house because she was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And she had homework. Like I gave her homework to listen on her and we never met. Like it's just naturally in me when I meet people to encourage them to like do good. And if I know ways to help them with their content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's in me. It's just what I enjoy doing. It's just what I enjoy doing. Okay.
And it's very bad.
Alright, let me turn off some comments real quick. I gotta get my picture. I'm gonna do a collage of these crafting and chatting.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the comment back on in a minute. Your project, hold up, so she
All
just
right.
take a screenshot. I'm gonna do like the end of quarter, so after March is done.
How close you want me?
I don't smile, so. You see my face a little bit.
Hopefully you can see mine.
I think they got it.
Hey.
They do. Also, too, that's another example of the community. I don't remember half this shit. My mouth just be going. And I'm in comments like, girl, you're supposed to be doing this. Don't forget to plug the business.
Yeah.
Because I built a community.
So I am going to put up a code for tonight, and it's going to run until the end of this month, and it's going to have your name, the craft print. Anybody that orders from me off KRISPY Print can use an additional 15% off at the checkout, and the code will be the craft print.
Can I use the craft print?
Yeah, girl, you could use it if you
So, if you want an extra 15% off your print, so yes, can you explain what gang sheets are?
Yes. I guess I need one in my hand, right?
Because I'm not familiar with these things. So gang sheets was, I wouldn't say new to me. I heard of it, but I didn't know like I was nervous to like upload. I was trying to figure out if I was gonna do it, how to fix it.
Okay, well.
I was nervous as hell to order that gang sheet.
So that game builder that you actually were on is where you actually can size it, move it around, and it'll tell you if your quality is good. A lot of the times your quality will come up and it'll say that it's not good. However, if you zoom in on your computer and you can see your image that it's supposed to be and there's nothing wrong with it, ignore that red line. There's been plenty of times that I've actually put an image on there and it said that it wasn't vectored. However, it was vectored. But a basic gang sheet is this is a 22 by 12 gang sheet right here, and it has a McKinley Bulldog. So essentially, this is $7.99. So with a gang sheet, you're paying for the actual placement onto a gang sheet. I could have put, I don't know, this is enough for probably like 25 shirts with these little bulldogs because they're all left chest hits. But I could have did anything on this gang sheet. I could have did a section of the small bulldogs. I could have put a huge one right here. I could have made enough placements to do 4 or 5 different shirts with different images. So essentially, this is what it starts out as, a 22 by 12 for $7.99, and it just gradually gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I have a gallery on my website to where you guys can go through. Black and Educated is one of the most popular sections on there. I actually upload artwork that you guys can print and use, just in case you don't have it. Or if you have your own art, you definitely go on.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it is DF and UV, guys. And I would say that when I uploaded my image, that like the resolution wasn't like that great.
Mm-hmm.
It still came out good. And I
Yes.
still went along with it. My prints still came out like bright and nice. It came out really good. So these are my UV ones from the website. This was I can't remember what size game sheet I ordered.
I think it was like a 16 by 12. It was very small, but I doubled it, put it up.
My DTF game sheet, I don't know what this is, but it's huge.
And the prices is on there. You guys can go on and actually scroll and find out what work best for you.
And these are all from his website, KRISPYPRINTZ.com.
.shop. KRISPY.
You know what I wanted to ask you? What made you separate Crispy Prince and Mike T?
Well, I need a product, as we all do for entrepreneurs, right? Customs. I wanted to sell something outside of the custom that I didn't have to pay that much attention to, if that makes sense. So I had we had did press time products with Seek, and that didn't go anywhere or take off. But I seen that everybody wanted DTF. The guy in which I'm in business with had started with DTF a couple years ago, and he had like L1800s everywhere. And I was thinking, well, what is it that I can offer to people that I don't have to necessarily be there or pay attention to all the time?
Right.
And it was them prints. Those prints, you can order them prints at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It doesn't matter. I don't actively have to be there. And then there's a rotating path, so I'm not stuck there printing. Other folks are printing.
So for your so the Crispy Prince, you do all the prints at the shop, right? And you have a staff there?
Yes, I am. Yes, there's a full staff. There's a couple of store locations too. It's not just one. It's 3 locations. I'll put it in the
You can talk about that. Hello? Bye. We want to hear about that too.
I explained it a couple of times, but I guess the way that I have been doing it
I
hasn't.
would say it sounds like you're repeating yourself, but you actually have to repeat yourself.
Yes.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
New people come all the time. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time, and someone new is still gonna want to hear it and learn about it.
That's so true. I guess you never take that into accountability doing it though all the time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things.
It feels like people are gonna get tired of hearing me say this, but you have to, because there will be new people each time. Yeah.
Shout out to 12. I see you on there, 12.
Oh, I put .com by accident. Hold on, let me delete that. Wait, hold on. Who said that? Let me pin that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's 12 right there. That's the other co-host. Square Creative Podcast, guys. I've been talking about this whole time. So, if you talk about you can't come on and have an interview, you knocked it out of the park. We just need a with the craft print.
What, to come back?
Yeah.
No, I'll come back. I just tell you I get nervous when it comes to it.
You ain't look nervous. You handled that interview.
The thing is, I will show it. One thing about me is nobody's gonna know what I'm feeling. I'm gonna be dying on the inside.
Yeah.
I probably was walking around here sweating bullets before I pressed go. But
Yeah.
it does make me nervous. But like once I get into it, especially when it comes to talking, I got diarrhea in the mouth.
Shoot.
So once y'all start talking to me, I'm gonna be answering.
That's how I am too, though. I get on here and just start talking, especially if the conversation is good, engaging. They're asking questions, and I can answer them readily. It takes time up too, as well.
Right. She says she's new too. I told him like 90% of the things he talked about today was my first time hearing about it.
Well,
I knew nothing. So just think about that, because like this month I'm doing new templates in my website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's showing like multiple ways to wrap it. But like I'm at day 6, day 7, I'm like, I'm tired of saying this. Like I'm just gonna pass through it. But it might be that one video that somebody didn't see the other videos, and I've decided not to put the information in again.
Right.
So like I'm repeating myself. It's annoying, but I repeat myself in every video because there's gonna be somebody who didn't see the others, so they won't even know that step. So like you inevitably have to keep repeating yourself, for real.
Wow.
Thank you.
Full of gems. Listen.
Listen, and the thing is, your talking about stuff and you don't even realize that you're giving us information that we didn't know.
No, I don't. And that's the thing. I do it so much, and I have to be reminded of that too. Like when you were saying about the sizing from the collar up to the neck, not knowing the exact inches. I know this stuff back and forth. 7 inches from the seam line on the left side to go all the way down on the pocket. Like all of that stuff is up here. It's registered in my brain from doing it so
That's
much.
how different spoke to.
A different language? Well, you know your left pocket hit. You know where your left pocket go,
I
right?
have a question.
Uh-huh.
The UV prints.
Yes.
Is there a way to remove it if you put it on something and you want it off? Like
Okay. So, your best bet is Goo Gone. And yes, you're going to need something to kind of scrape it. The only problem is if it's glass, that glass can crack and break. So,
Here, this is what so
what did we mess up? Come on, show me. I got to see it. What did we tear up already?
wait. Remember I cut the bowl out from the thing?
Okay.
So instead of putting the piece over, I literally pressed it on the table. So now the half of the thing is on my desk. But I don't want it here, but I'm trying to peel it off, but it's not coming off.
Dawn dish soap. Dawn dish soap, and as long as it gets up underneath there, it'll break that bond.
Okay, just kind of.
Yeah.
Because I'm poking and it ain't
The residue, though, you're going to want to make sure you get, because everything you put on place of that is going to stick to that table. So make sure that you get that residue. That's the one bad thing about UVs is it's permanent. It's supposed to be permanent, and it does its job as far as the permanent goes. Removal, you just did it too, so it should come right back off. It's not like it's set up and sat there for days or nothing like that.
Right.
Uh-oh. Britt Lee said, "Oh, I don't know about on the table." Use some Dawn dish soap. You'll be able to get it off. And perseverance.
All right, I'll figure it out.
I greatly appreciate your crowd coming in and tuning in tonight.
Thank
This
you.
is
And
like
thank you for coming on and teaching us something new.
always. You know, I do this every other week. If you call me, I'm there. Okay, I'm coming. Seriously.
Don't schedule people till June. And they're gonna say I'm slipping you in.
But no, hey, Seek, I hope you heard about that craftsman. They gave us a great idea. I told her I was going to piggyback off of this show that she's doing here, and I was trying to think of something. She gave us plentiful ideas. So we're going to go back through this live and discuss it, brother, in the future. To everybody that tapped in.
Do it for the men.
Do it. We got to do it for the men.
There's so much out here for us.
Yes.
And even if people complain, that's that tough exterior you got to build up where you just don't give a shit.
Pretty much.
There's always going to be somebody complaining, not liking something, not liking you. That's not your problem. Ignore those.
Oh, yeah.
But I think y'all can.
Uh-oh.
But if it's called craftsman, like just play words somewhere. But that in the title somewhere would be really cool.
Definitely.
I love the idea.
Shoot.
Alrighty, so guys, we are done. This live is going to be saved. It's going to be permanent on both pages.
Yep.
So thanks for everybody for tuning in. Mike, thank you for coming on, teaching us something new. And remember, you get 15% off your prints on KRISPYPRINTZ.shop.
Yes.
Just go to the link in his bio. Use the code TheCraftPrint for your 15% off. You can choose a different sizes. You can upload your images. It wasn't hard. I thought it was going to be. It's like playing Tetris. You could like squeeze things in there to get more prints on the game sheet. So
And
I
definitely.
need to order. I just have to decide the size. I'm bad with sizing. I have to get the sizes that I want for the t-shirts.
Okay, well, just know a standard.
You want to click for that?
Yeah, standard large XL is always 11 by 11. You rarely go 12 by 12. That's considered an oversized print. But if you're looking for oversized prints, 12 by 12. Mediums, well, large all the way down to small is usually 10 by 10. So that's a quick tip. I don't know if you caught that. 10 by 10 for small.
There goes another reel. I just heard you speak about maybe 20 reels throughout this whole show today.
Yeah.
content you could be creating. And then once you create that reel, you post it on Instagram, you post it on TikTok, you post it on YouTube, and post it on Pinterest. I know you on Pinterest.
Yeah, I'm on Pinterest.
Post it on Pinterest and link that shit back to your shop.
Huh.
Oh, also too, there's another way. I gotta create a YouTube video, but you can connect your Instagram to your Pinterest now. So once you post it on Instagram, it'll automatically post on Pinterest, but it's not right away. I noticed sometimes it's an hour, but sometimes it's 24 hours. But eventually, what you post on Instagram goes over to your Pinterest page.
Wow.
But the link back goes to that Instagram post. So I just go in every day, like if I post something from my website, and I just go in and switch the link to the website. But you don't have to like actually post there until you're ready.
Gems on gems. Listen.
But yeah.
We got to come back just to talk. And nothing else, just to talk. Okay? I'm learning new. Y'all learning some new stuff, and I feel like this is
But there's just always something that somebody doesn't know, even if it's like simple. Even like like with the crickets, like just cutting a circle to me is like, who the hell needs to know that? There's somebody who never crafted before.
Yeah.
And they just started, and they do need to know that. So like everything becomes, even if you feel like everybody knows it, repeat yourself anyway. There's new crafters. People are growing up and getting into crafting, so there's always some new person that needs to know some kind of information.
So true. So true.
Somebody asked, the coupon code craft print or the craft print?
The craft print. Exactly how it's spelled as she spelled it. Yep.
The craft print.
Yes.
The one and only.
I gotta activate it though, but I've been on here, so I'm getting ready to get on to my online
store. So you're going to activate the code. All right, so I'm getting ready to activate. Put your stuff in the cart. He's going to activate it. You know what you can do once you activate it? Put it in your story so we know.
Okay.
Post it.
That I will do.
Yeah. Okay. So have a good night, Mike. Thanks for coming, and just message me for me to come back on the podcast again.
We will do that. Thank you again. Thank you for everything.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate
have a
you.
good night, guys.
Bye.
I'm gonna put in my stories once he posts it, and this live will be saved for you to rewatch whenever you please. So peace in the Middle East.
Peace.
Rain in Spain.
Bye. All right, guys, that was the end of that. I'm going to explain exactly what just happened and then get this code for the craft print. If you have been watching this and you are looking to order, that will be the craft print. You will get 20% off. Basically, I just did a live show showing how I do these, and I didn't really get to show in depth on here, but I did get some ideas from the craft print, so we might be doing a live coming soon. Here's what I did do on that live that I was showing you guys. The things that I used were these mediums, the clear gloss. Clear gloss is over this right there. It's actually on the bow as well. And I do that just to add dimension, a little bit of raised, just a premium look, you know, onto the actual canvas. The colors that I used were from these, and a couple of them I have mixed. Like my pink has a little bit of orange in it. As you can see right here, I knew that I was going to be using pink. I kind of wanted to resemble this bow, so I had to make it stand out a little bit more, you know. That's why the orange is in there. And then the blue. The blue I just basically mixed. I think you guys saw that when I was sitting there, the blue and the white, to actually bring it out. The brick effect. This is what we were talking about mostly on that live, was this brick effect and how it was able to be done. We used medium. I use a sculpting medium, and I use the iridescent medium right here to actually make that happen. And it produces that. Some other effects of this is up here on this wall, and I keep going to it just to show. Clear medium, got the brick on the bottom kind of look, and it always looks wet. Also, it's in the jersey. It's on the face to resemble sweat. On this Pray More, I did it as leaves. And basically, this gives dimension. I haven't finished this one yet, but I was thinking about adding it on to the city skylight. That's supposed to be Chicago city skylight right there. Here's that iridescent right here. The brick look, once again, brick look. And bam, pretty much that's it. I'm going to start doing full tutorials coming soon. So you guys will be able to actually watch them. I might do one for free. There is one already up there for free. But you will have to become a member to my YouTube channel to actually see and comment on these. What y'all think? This come out fire? Yay or nay? Greatly appreciate everybody that always taps in when I do go live, even though it's been hit or miss for a minute now with me going live on YouTube. But the message still stands the same, and your boy has still been gritting to it. Break the sky with your creativity. Don't let nobody get in the way of what makes you you, your wonderful, one-of-a-kind self. If you do have any questions, please drop it. I will try to answer it. And consider becoming a member to my channel. The lives that you just seen today, I guess really wasn't that great because I had the camera in one position. But the lives will definitely be a little bit more engaging. And I will have a camera person, or I will have a camera position to where I can answer questions. With that being said, that's pretty much it. If you would like to get an extra 20% off at KRISPYPRINTZ.shop, put in The Craft Print. That's the show that I was on Instagram. Make sure you guys go follow The Craft Print on Instagram as well as YouTube. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace. Let me see if I had any comments. Mike also asked 755 Media what would be good for the canvas. I will definitely do that. Shandy, how have you been? Customs Journey, what is going on? I was on YouTube and I was on Instagram, but the show was based off Instagram. I just wanted to go live on YouTube because it's been, felt like years. He's on the Craft Print Live. Thank you, Shandy Cheek, for answering the questions. I'm going back through my comments now. I'm so sorry. What are you doing to it? I was just decorating. You know, anything with these canvases is just freestyle, off the top of the brain. Same way I was doing with the t-shirts. So when it came to making these canvases and doing these canvases, this was all freestyle. I had the prints here. I had canvases here. One day I was just like, I wonder what this would look like if I was to put it on canvas. And been doing it ever since. I don't know how long ago. I think this was the first one I believe I did. And it started on TikTok. But as you guys heard, I got banned on TikTok. I'm able to go live and all that stuff now. I just don't feel like going through a whole nother media site. I'm going to channel my efforts here on YouTube. You know, this is the main app that's paying me. So this is where all my attention is mainly centered. Instagram, TikTok. I don't even have a Snapper. Some of them other apps, I don't know. It's like a fish line in the water. Here was the second art I ever created. And this is what made me start getting into texture. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see it a little bit. I actually wanted to put some texture on the canvas, and that's what made me start buying mediums. They're all DTF prints, by the way. So, and then, you know, using the UVs with the actual DTF print was just a given. I knew that I was putting DTF on there. I knew I could embellish it more with actual UV print. But yeah, I go through all the comments. I'm definitely going to check out 755 Media. Shout out to 755 Media. Everybody, I'm here still. I'm still working. I'm still gritting. I'm still doing everything you guys know me to do. I just fell back from recording. But yeah, y'all have a blessed night. And if you would like to learn, check my free one out. If not, please become a member because I'm going to start doing these often. Peace.